Hi Gemini, welcome to your week ahead Taroscope with me, Raphael from Reydiant Reality. It's an absolute pleasure to have you. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for joining me. Quick note, my readings are for your sun, moon and ascendant sign. So whether you're a sun, moon or rising sign Gemini, this is for you. And I always advise that you watch all three to get a clearer, more complete picture of how they speak to you. Before we start, as always, I would like to bless my deck of cards with all forms of love, light, peace, prosperity and abundance. And I pray that the messages that come through are ultimately clear and concise, and they help you on your path to your highest vibrational good. So if you haven't got your seat yet, please don't forget to check out the Intuition Activation webinar. You can do that on the link in the description box below, and you can you'll have lifetime access to this. So if you don't catch it live on the day, you can watch the replay. So your key to the week this week is the Hermit card, right? There's some soul searching going on this week, Gemini. This is about you really delving into what your personal understanding of things actually is. Geminis are really good at analyzing things anyway, right? And it's interesting because this card actually represents the sign of Virgo, which is your kind of brother or sister sign, if you want to call it, because you both share Mercury as a ruler. Now, what this tells me is the fact that you've got the Hermit card. This is about you really starting to embody the information that you have access to. This is about you really starting to put your own personal pieces of the puzzle together. But in order to do that, you have to go within. This is going to be a week where a lot takes place on the inside. Like, Gemini is a very external sign as far as I'm concerned. It's a masculine air sign, right? But this week it's more going to be about what takes place on the internal level, and this is why I say there's some soul searching going on. There's something that you want or need to know, or that you need to figure out, but you need to do this for yourself. It's like the external stuff it's taken you as far as it's going to be able to. For your actions and options this week, you have the Three of Wands. Okay, right, so there is a lot of speculation here. There's a lot of consideration as well about business ideas, about things that you are wanting to bring into the fore, which is very exciting. But it looks like you're doing the research at the moment. You're doing the preliminaries. You're putting all the pieces together behind the scenes and asking yourself, how is this going to go? This week, I don't want you to focus so much on the results. I want you to focus on the steps and the path that you're building towards whatever it is that you're trying to create. I mean, you've got the Three of Wands, which suggests that the resources that you need for this idea to become something are absolutely there. It suggests as well that you're going to have and don't take this the wrong way because it's actually brilliant, but it suggests that you're going to have some kind of like a little bit of beginner's luck, you know, where the universe is like, I see what you're doing, I'm going to give you a little nudge up onto the next level, you're going to be all right. I like this for you guys, I do. For your communications and conversations, you have the Judgment card. So there's a couple of things that come up here. The first one, this week you are very likely to be having conversations with elderly loved ones. I'm talking about grandparents, I'm talking about parents, great aunts, you know, people that are older, people that are considered wiser. There's something this week that you are, there's a different perspective to be had or to be found, and there's different important advice that will come from the elders that you are connected to. And I don't care how old you are, there's always an elder in your family that's, unless you are literally the elder, in which case I'll talk about you in just a moment. But for those of you that have them, this is a week to reach out to your elderly, reach out to the people that are considered the elders or the ones that you look up to in some way, shape or form. Maybe they don't have all of the answers that you need, but I can guarantee you the perspective shift that they're going to be able to produce within you will be invaluable. All right, so this week, even, you know, we've all got it, my nana, bless her. I love her so dearly with all my heart. She always says to me like, oh, you know, you still earning money from what you do, you know, and that's not because she doesn't love what I do or she's not proud of me. It's because, you know, she's from a very different time. But sometimes when I speak to her, she gives me different perspectives on things, and I have to stop and think, actually, you know what? That's a good way to see things, or it's at least food for thought to get me to see things in a different light. For those of you that work for yourselves, This is a really great energy, actually. It does tell me that you are on the precipice of a huge change right now. And one of the things that you really want to be aware of is this week is going to set something in motion that cannot be undone. And I mean that in the best way. Like, this is you crossing over a threshold. It's you, walking through a door. Once you go through this door, though, that's it. Whatever you were doing before, whatever level you were at before, is done, right? This is next level-ish. For those of you that are working for somebody else, like you're employed, again, there is a sense here that the work that you do has either become not unfulfilling, but I think there's an understanding that you are reaching the sell-by date with something that you are doing at this moment in time. Like, maybe it's the job, maybe it's the company, maybe it's the culture of the company that you work for. There's something here that kind of suggests you've already outgrown this place now and you need something else. And it's like, if I'm not going to see the changes that I need to see here, then I will start to action them myself. For those of you that are retired or no longer working, if you are the elder in your family, I salute you, I respect you, and I love you. Thank you for being the elders in our lives, even though I'm not a Gemini. This week, right, if somebody comes to you from your family and if what they say to you is very different or is kind of shocking or, is outside of your realm of understanding, ask yourself what you would have needed to hear at that moment in time. The reason I say this, it looks like you might be called upon this week to have what might be a challenging situation for you. It might be a hard conversation that you have to have, but your input will be valued nonetheless. For your money and materials, you have the Three of Pentacles. So look at this, you've got 2 3s here, right? 2 3s represents calm. So I kind of want to say this is, and in a good way, like in a good way, this is like the calm before the storm. This is that, where you wait with bated breath. I remember when I was relaunching my website, the morning of it, I was like that. Like probably turning purple because I just didn't breathe. And then, once I pushed the go button, it was like, and then it went mental. I had more bookings than I've ever had. And I was like, okay, this is great. Maybe a little too great. So this is great, right? You got these 2 3s. Now, your 3 of Pentacles, when it comes to your money and finances, your knowledge, your skills, your expertise, these are the things that you need to start leveraging. These are the things that are going to make you money, and these are the things that are going to bring you joy. It does look like some of you will be spending money on some form of learning, study, or qualification this week. So, definitely a possibility. For those of you, for your home and environment, the 3 of Pentacles is going to see you inviting the outside in some regard. Maybe beautifying the home, maybe bringing more natural greenery into the home. It looks like some of you really do need to do that as well. I think it will switch up the vibration or the energy in the air, and that literally. And then for your physical health and vitality, this is your bones, your knees, your teeth even. This is your structure, all of the hard stuffs in your body. Look after those this week. And if you have to, maybe think about a diet that is going to start to enhance your skeletal strength. For your love and relations, you have the 7 of Cups. So for those of you that are in partnerships already, I don't see anything wrong. I just see that you guys are so busy separately that it's kind of like you're seeing each other in passing. Well, maybe before the pandemic, it would have been like that. It kind of feels like you guys are just really both very busy at this moment in time, which isn't a bad thing. One of you's about to have a breakthrough, right? That's what I'm talking about here. And it looks like it's going to be you. And what usually that means is when you're about to have a breakthrough, it suggests that something is taking place, in order to get you there, which means it's going to require more of your time, effort, and energy. Just remember, once this week is done and you're, relatively secure in whatever it is that you're trying to create or manifest, take some time, give some time back to your partner and time back to the relationship. For those of you that are single, I'm sorry to say, it does look like a bit of a blast from the past week for you guys. And I think this one, for those of you that know how this kind of thing works, you'll know what I'm talking about. But if you don't and you're new to the mechanics of this kind of thing, when you're ready to step onto your next level, sometimes something or someone from your past will come back to test you, to see if you are really ready to maintain that or if you're going to come back down again. This very much feels like that. So you may have already broken ties with this person for various different reasons. And I kind of feel like the reason this person is coming back, maybe it's unconscious to them. 9 times out of 10 it actually is. They don't really know why they want to get back in touch with you, but the universe is up there going. So just consider that this week, all right? It may not necessarily be for reconnection. It might just be for resolution and dissolution. All right. With that said, I wish you an abundance of all of that good stuff. Don't forget to check out your life path numerology reading. There'll be a little thing floating up above somewhere. All right. Take care, and I'll see you soon.